Hey, how's it going? I'm going to modify this these Bose headphones here so that I can get the cable in that I want. Okay, what I did here is I took this apart, the left headset area here, the earphone area, and what I want to do is I want to bring this little connector very gingerly, and I want to put it out further so I can plug another headset in, another cable into it, not another headset, a cable that will work with volume adjustment, that has volume adjustment, and the one I have right now for the Bose has volume adjustment, but it's made for the iPhone. It's not made for volume adjustment if I when I plug it into the computer. I have a headphone cable that does just that. Plug it into the computer and the volume adjustment works. So why don't all companies do that? It's a money-making thing, you know. And I did go into Amazon and try and look for a cable that has the adjustments and volume control for computer use, but Bose doesn't have anything like that, and if they do, it costs a lot of money. So I want to see now why am I messing with the headphone? Well, for starters, it's over a year old, so I think I can mess with it. For another thing, Bose, in its infinite wisdom, decided to park this little earphone thing here. So let's see if I can get it back in there, right, with two screws. I took those two screws out, and they decided to create this recessed area here so that only their cable can go in there. I have looked high and low. I ordered a whole mess of these things, these little adapters, thinking they would be thin enough. This is definitely not thin enough, you know, but what can I see? This looks like it's thin enough, but it's not really thin enough. It's almost thin enough. Right? And then this one looks like it's very thin as well. The narrower the barrel here. I need a narrower barrel. And nope, that doesn't work either. So that doesn't fit. Well, this would this fit in here? Let's see. No, and it's how Bose set it up here. Like, the way they set it up here is it's kind of recessed and raised here, so I can't get that in there. It won't fit in there, which is very annoying. So I thought, well, let me try this one then. This one, which is, you think it's narrower enough? Nope. See, it kind of lifts up a little when you try and get that in there. So in the previous video, I suppose I could whittle this down or take this out and see if I can take that off, because maybe that part there. But then, of course, I'm compromising wiring and stuff, and I realize that I'm doing that with this as well. That I have to be extremely careful with that stuff. What I should check, maybe this is off or not, so what I should check here is, this is the, excuse my reach, this is the cable that I use, this is the cable I want to use with this Bose headset. And I want to see, this might not even fit, you know what I mean? Like, this is probably too big. But however, whatever. But, as you can see, this little one, this little silvery gold one, fits in there and fits in here. So, I have a connector. The problem is I need to place this without killing the wiring and whatnot, like out. I need to place it out more, like here, so that I can do that. So what I was thinking about doing was removing this plastic area here. Alright, I'll use a pointer. Just a minute. My pointer. Remove the plastic area right here, and possibly on the headphone frame here as well, so that I can move this and place it there and still be able to screw the cap back on. Yeah, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Will I do it on video? I was going to use this and heat. To see if I could need like a hey, to melt it apart. Hey, by golly. Without, you know, cutting my fingers off or breaking anything else. It's tricky. Working with plastic can be very tricky because I don't know why I'm blowing on it. I definitely don't want it to be cold. But depending on how good or bad the plastic is, like the those crystal light containers, that's a very that's a compromising plastic, I call it, because it cracks when I take a scissors to it. It looks like it's flexible enough to be able to be cut with the scissors, but that's not the case, because sometimes that area cracks, so it's like, oh no. And but you know, a lot of times when I'm working with those containers is I'm wrapping duct tape around them. Oh yeah. All right, that is awesome. Yes. That worked way easier than I thought it would. Cool beans. I would like to get this part away. Oh, totally awesome. And possibly oh no, let's not get that. Yes. Thank you, Bose, for your cheap plastic. It's past warranty, so I can mess around with it. without like, oh no, look what happened. I would never do that. That would be dishonest. Okay, so that does not go all the way down just yet. It needs... Have a look at my hair. Can you see me? Can you see me now? Oh no, that's can you hear me now? Thank you, X-Acto, for being so sharp. I'm trying to make the little channel wider. I have to be careful because you know what's in my way here. Strangely enough, the microphone's cable. Maybe I should tilt this down a little more because I'm working here. Okay. I do have to be careful with this. There's like a little tiny area there that's kind of rough and irritating me. And I probably got like a little knife cut right in here, so it makes the plastic right here kind of stick up a little. So if I don't let it bug me, I should be okay. Don't let it bug you. Okay, so I still need to make this a little bit wider. Let's see if that's what I need. A little bit wider, maybe on the other side. Okay. Would this be that itty bitty type of stuff to do with your hands that a friend of mine, oh yeah, doesn't like to do? She's good with carpentry stuff, so you know that's her interest. It's very relaxing for her, and so you know nobody's the same. Everybody's different. Okay. Oh, the only problem is like I can't put the screws in, so I might have to use something to keep it in place. And this goes like this type of deal. So I need it to come out more. Also, what I was thinking about, that is perfect. That fit is perfect. It's just lodged in there. But what I need is I need it to come out more. And I was thinking about, what did I say? Like cutting this out here. That might be a little bit tricky. I mean, I would be able to do it, but it would be very tricky. So, and you might be thinking, but then how would you get everything back together? But it's just that one piece there that I would need to cut out. So if I put this back, because I moved it, made the adjustment. I wish also that these were folding See, it's not going to go all the way in because I moved it a little bit. Oh, see. So that's why I think part of that recessed area has to do with the way this is on this thing right here. Right. So I don't want to cut the wire. I don't want to do that. If I was positive that this kind of just stuck in there or something, like clamped in there or something, I would take that out, or I'd take this handle out or something. But as I'm assuming that the wiring goes over and joins up with this one, logic makes me think that. So but that would be good. Would I have to cut this back a little? This is what I'm trying to picture. This goes in here. And this, see, it's still a little bit of a pain. Would that, because I'm trying to picture this. Oh, did this come apart? No, but it did come back a little. It scooched back. I could put a little dab of glue there. I'm trying to picture too, like how I can put this in. So that's why I think if I cut this out, I have better access to it, because I still need to get at it. Okay, next endeavor is to be careful of the right headphones cushion here, because I definitely don't want to cut that, and I definitely don't want to cut me. So it's just a gradual wriggle and cut, wriggle and cut. What was that? That was weird. Okay. Haha! Almost got to see the how to send yourself to the emergency room. This is very, what's the word I want? Does anybody know the word I want? It's very dangerous. Another thing I have to be careful about is once I cut this up, you know, like this one on the other side, it was a little sturdier over here underneath, and the whole thing, like it's all one piece type of thing, even though you see this part. But this one, you know, it's an opening, so once I cut it on both sides, I could run the risk of cracking right through there. Another thing I found, I found this. This is what I was looking for earlier. And it was in my tea supply container. I guess if I were truly sorry, I'd try and... Oh, yeah, now we're talking. I felt some give there. Yeah. I could have sworn I felt something. See, it's going in. The knife is going in deeper. Yes! Awesome. Just checking. Okay. So there's that one. And now let me think. I'm going to grab these. I use for the staple, like a staple remover or staple clamper for the... Okay, I want to see. I just want to see. Trying different ways, I guess, to see which one really, which method, which angle works better. This seems to work really well. Let's see. Okay. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Also, I think I'm going to have to I think it's going to have to be wider here at this end. I have to see what I'm doing. Just so you know, I'm not planning to return these to Amazon, or I wouldn't be able to anyway. I'm not planning to sue Bose for... It's all about the fun of hacking, you know? It's like making it work, modifying. I truly come by that honestly. I get that from my parents. My mom was... She was a great hacker in her time. Yep, she made it, whatever she needed, she made it work for her. Her greatest hack jobs were reconfiguring and modifying trailers, you know, the recreational vehicle type of deal. If she didn't like, if there wasn't enough space for her to put her stuff, she made space, you know. So I get these harebrained ideas from her. Are they really harebrained if they work? Okay. No, I don't think they are. Just trying not to cut off my fingers. That's all. Okay, so that's... Well, on this side, not so much of a clean cut because I used the needle nose pliers to take it off, but on this side, kind of a clean cut. And I'm thinking hard. Oh, I'm thinking, okay, let me get this heavy out of the way. I wish these were foldable, you know. Is that a cat hair? I believe it is. Now this fit on here perfectly before. Nicely lodged in. Now it seems to be loose. It was perfectly fixed in there. So now I need something. Just a minute. I knew I shouldn't have put the tape away. Okay, I was thinking like put a little bit of black duct tape there, but now I'm thinking double-sided tape might be better. So I had this Duck brand double-sided tape, and I just need a little bit just a little bit. I'm gonna put that there. Ow. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. With this, is not way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, I just need it to stick. The genius at work. Oh. I still need it still needs to come out more, a little more. There's cat hairs in there. Hello. Okay. How does that look? That looks like I might still have difficulty. Somebody's hammering something. That's weird. Out back or something. Okay, I'm going to put this. I keep touching that, and that's the sticky part. Put this here. Okay, so what I think I need is this part right here. I need to shave off more. So, I've got a set of files here. Cool, right? I need a flat edge. Maybe this one. Gold. There's gold in there now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this will work. There's a little tiny... Whoa. I almost sent my... Whoa! Microphone to the floor. Fortunately, when I do that, the plastic stays on the blade. That's always a good thing. Okay. So the only problem I can see right now is the little motherboard here, little circuit board I mean, is getting in the way, like this is getting in the way of that. So just checking. I would hate to have to splice a wire. All this would be for nothing. Huh. Like, I know any kind of engineers or people who work with stuff like this are probably like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, what? You're gonna kill it. Okay, so there's gonna be a gap. It's a very small little lip. It's actually where this goes in, I think. Or maybe the earbud, the cushion. Well, actually, I'll be amazed if I put this all together and it works. Since it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I'm like, what? How have I been talking? 31 minutes. I'm trying to keep these kind of short and then just throw them all together and take out all the fluff. There's a lot of fluff in my videos. So, let me turn this off. But what I have to do, what I figured out here is I cut a little piece off on the inside over here, I think, down here. And I need to cut this part off right here. So, and make it just a little bit wider because it's still not where I want it to be. So, using my handy dandy X-Acto knife, let's put it in. See where. So the other part was, man, I gotta stop doing that. I got a boo-boo on my ring finger, I guess it is. And I keep brushing away stuff, getting dirties in there. Okay, so the other part that is this little circuit board, and I don't want to cut that down or anything. I just want to be able to make it all fit in there. And then also be able to put this in. Oh yeah, man. Is that in there? Okay, so it's almost in there. Put that aside. So what I need to do is on this side, not the other side, on the side closest to the camera, is I need to cut a little bit out. Make it a little wider on this side. Okay, so I put it there. Clear away the debris. And maybe take the file a little bit. I need an inverted corner file. Nothing, no wraparound type of file. That'd be great. Although, I do, is this, if you listen carefully, you can hear my neighbor yell. He's having a bad day. How do you handle anxiety? Do you scream your head off about it? Or do you hack something? I'm sorry, modify something? So there. I just want to make sure that it's all gonna fit in here. And still hold this. Alright, maybe I should do that. Put that in. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, that's cool. You have to work with what you have. It fits in there. Now, I have to get the cap. I have to get the cap on. And that goes on the inside here. So I'm going to fit it together like this. The problem I'm having is the neck part here is the neck part is not cooperating. Let's see. Ooh, that can't be good. That sound crack. I put it in the correct way. Yay! I should check to see if they work. Before I put it all together, right? No, I'm going to put it all together first. Okay, this part, I have to remember. This part, I thought the cushion came off apart from this, but this all fits together on here. So, what I should do. Okay, it's gonna say L. Buffalo cookies. I'm telling you. The problem is it right? Yeah. That the sponge. Oh, I was gonna sneeze. The spongy part there, came off. Why did the sponge come off? Wait a minute. Came off of here, and I'm thinking, why is there sponge? There shouldn't be any sponge there. Okay, it just folded over on itself here. Like I said, I could use, to secure that better, I could use liquid stitch, sponge to sponge. Also, this thing has, another thing I don't like about this headphone set, is that you have to put this on the left side, and you have to put this on the right side. You know, the left on the left ear and the right on the right ear, because of how it's positioned. Like, if you put it the right on your left ear and the left on your right ear, it's going to make the headphones hurt your ears. And I would like, you know, this is a Bluetooth headset and headphones, and this does have right and left somewhere on here, I think. I could be wrong. I thought it had right and left. Yeah, this says right, and the other one says left, shows like a little indented L. But I can put it the other way. I can do right on left, left on right, and it doesn't hurt my ears. So, and that's the way I like to do it, because I like the mic, the audio jack here, the cable jack or port, I like that to be on my right side when I'm watching videos, because the audio port on the speakers is on the right side. The speaker on the right is the one with the audio port. So it just, to me, that makes sense. So why did they have to make everything so complicated? Okay, now the tricky part is I might actually have a problem with putting this together. Therein lies my problem, right? It has these little thingies in here. So let me see. Tell you, if you're watching Bose, ha 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 ha, now you're screwed. That's what it's saying. That's what you get for hacking my product. Hey, I'll find a way, even if I have to tape it. I'm a fond lover of tape, as some people fully know. Also, if I can't get it in there, I can use double stick tape. Might not hold very well on here. It's kind of soft, like a velvety feel to it. So let me have a good close-up look of this thing. No little gaps. And then that. That one's gonna stick out. The bottom one's gonna stick out. I already know that. But the top ones are still there. Okay, I'm not giving up because when this came this far. Okay, let's try it. I got a little piece here and I can try out. Okay, I'm going to do more pieces. Grab my scissors. Here's another hack. These cat hairs on here. It's another little hack where I had plastic tweezers and they broke, so I took a piece of duct tape and I folded it together and shoved it in there and between the two, and then I taped it all together so I have a working pair of tweezers. Got those for computer work too. I seem to be nervous. Too much coffee today. Let me tell you how much coffee I drink a day. I drink a cup of cold brewed coffee a day. Cold brewed is not iced coffee. It's coffee that's brewed for 12 to 24 hours in cold water. It's not for those who expect to brew a quick cup of coffee in the morning. And I just kind of fill a cup of it and toss it in the microwave. Well, not toss it. That would be silly. And then drink it, you know, put my coffee creamer in it. My maybe I should start from the bottom and work my way up. Hey, man. Yeah. That worked. I was not really expecting that to work. But you don't know if it's going to work or not unless you try it out first. I will definitely put this on YouTube. Hacks that work. Now, if I had another pair of headphones like this, would I go about it differently? Well, I might buy something that would speed up the process. But, you know, maybe I wouldn't either. Okay. There it is. I'm going to see if it works. I can't really tell you if it's going to work, except I'm just going to plug it in. Is that left, right? Right, left, Tammy, shame. I was like, why do my ears hurt? Yeah. These aren't the comfiest. The cushion needs to be thicker. Bose. Can't really tell. I'm going to plug it in. Plug it in. Press play. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, yeah. Where's the microphone on the phone?
Online, but I needed one today to make this show. So now I can capture audio from one of my microphones while I'm recording video.
So let's see how that sounds. Okay, that is that's from the video iPhone Videography and DIY XLR mic to iPhone adapter by the Indie Mogul, May 7th, 2012. So it's probably using an iPhone 4 or something. I'm thinking 4 or 5. All right, that works. Somehow I said uh-oh before. I'm like uh-oh, because all I could hear was the left side, which is good because that's the side I was working on. I couldn't hear the right, but I just kind of adjusted the little the microphone. I just turned it a little bit and it worked, both sides stereo. So that's really good. I fixed it. I'm hoping this works. I don't know if that works or not, but I guess I'll find out. This is really a mic test / hack, I'm sorry, modification of a Bose headphone to make my other headphone cables work. And that's it. Okay. On that note, have a peaceful day.